She walked onto a stage as a little girl holding a fiddle nearly as big as herself, and by the time most people her age were still figuring out what they wanted to do with their lives, she had already won a Grammy. But behind that crystalline voice and that fairy tale of early success lay decades of pressure, a voice disorder that threatened everything she had built, and a private life she guarded so carefully that most of the world never knew it existed. Alison Krauss was born in 1971 in Decatur, Illinois, into a quiet Midwestern household where her mother played banjo and guitar in the living room, and folk melodies drifted through the home long before either child understood what music would eventually mean to their lives. She began classical violin lessons around age 5, and while she was not immediately a passionate student, the technical foundations she built in those early years gave her a precision that set her apart the moment she discovered bluegrass. At 8 years old, she stepped onto a small stage at the Champaign County Fair, taught herself the melodies entirely by ear from records, finished 4th in the fiddle contest, and gave no indication to anyone watching that she would one day become one of the most Grammy-awarded artists in history. By 14, she had signed with Rounder Records. Her first Grammy came at 19. She joined the Grand Ole Opry at 21, and the compilations, soundtracks, and collaborations that followed carried her voice steadily into rooms that had never before made space for bluegrass, culminating in the landmark album with Robert Plant that won 5 Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year. Through all of it, her private life moved in a completely separate direction, shaped by a quiet marriage, the birth of her son Sam in 1999, a divorce in 2001 she never publicly explained, and then a diagnosis of dysphonia, a voice disorder that gradually eroded the delicate control her entire career had been built upon, and forced her to rebuild everything in rehearsal rooms that audiences never saw. She returned with a solo album in 2017, reunited with Robert Plant in 2021, and recently announced a new Union Station record after 14 years of silence from the band that started everything. If her story stayed with you, share it, leave a comment below, and subscribe so you never miss the stories behind the voices that quietly shaped American music forever.